right, let's practice adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers. Remember, integers are just positive and negative numbers, not decimals, not fractions, just positive and negative numbers. So if I want to add a negative and a positive number, I am going to, in effect, subtract them. I like to think about it as a battle where we have $12 bad guys. Colors shall the good guys be. Hello. And seven good guys. Okay, so there's going to be a battle, and they're pretty evenly matched. And so for every bad guy and good guy, they cancel each other out. All right, so we should have, since we have 7 good guys over here that died, we should have 7 bad guys that died over here. So who won? Bad guys won because they had more bad guys. So the answer to this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bad guys. Or maybe we should write it in purple, right? Over here, we have 10 bad guys and 7 bad guys. And it takes a little while to draw these when the numbers are kind of big. All right, so they just join forces. If you've just got 2 numbers that are negative, they're going to join forces. Now we have a bad guy army of 17. Okay. Here we have 6 bad guys. And colors shall the good guys be? I don't know. White doesn't show up, so let's make them, I don't know, blue. Okay, and they're going to fight. Okay. For the 6 bad guys over here, 6 good guys are going to die. And however, we had more good guys this time. And so in the end, the answer is going to be positive. 12 good guys. All right, here we have 8 good guys. And 7 more good guys. And so they're going to join forces. We're going to have a good guy army of 15. All right, now obviously you don't have to draw bad guys and good guys every time. When we have 2 positive numbers, we're just going to add them together. When we have a positive number and a negative number, we're going to subtract them. And let's see, 45 minus 10 would be 35. So 45 minus 9 is 36. But notice that the bad guys are the bigger number. They're going to win, right? Here we have a negative and a negative. So they're just going to join forces and be a lot of negative. So if you have the same sign, you can just add your numbers together. And if they're different signs, you're going to end up subtracting. Different, right? Different. And it's going to be positive because 50 is the bigger number. So there's more good guys left over after they cancel each other out. That would be 40, or whoa, not 40. 16. Right? Okay, lots of good guys, some bad guys. We're going to subtract. We're going to get a positive 33. All right? Now, when we subtract, there is no such thing as subtraction. I kind of crossed my B there instead of my T. There is such a thing as adding the opposite. Okay, did you see that? I'll make this really tiny. See how it's minus minus? It's going to become plus plus. 2 minus a negative 2 is actually 4. Okay, we are going to add the opposite. That means subtraction, the minus becomes plus, and then we change the sign on the second number. Okay, so in number 12, negative 1 minus 10, we're going to leave that negative 1 alone. We change the subtraction to a plus sign, and then we put a negative. Now, some of you suddenly think that you can magically change the subtraction sign to an addition sign, and then nothing. You can't do that. You have to change 2 signs. Change, change. If you didn't do 2 changes, you're not okay. Okay, so negative 1 plus negative 10 is negative 11. 8 minus 7 becomes 8 plus negative 7. See? Change, change. 2 changes. 8 and negative 7 makes a positive 1. Negative 8 minus a negative 6 becomes negative 8 plus a positive 6. And then we're doing exactly what we did at the top of this page, where we're subtracting, because I have a negative number and a positive number. So I'm going to have a negative 2 left over. Okay, 11 minus 4 is 11 plus a negative 4. Change, change. Equals a positive 7. 4 minus a negative 31 is 4 plus 31. I don't know why I said 4, 48, which is 79. 18 minus 41 is 18 plus a negative 41. So that's going to be whatever 41 minus 18 is. And it's going to be negative, right? Like this. It's going to be negative. A negative 38 plus a negative 30 is negative 68. Negative 1 plus a positive 3 becomes 2. Negative 1 plus 40 becomes 39. All right, you could practice these. You could pause this, work them, and then voila. There's the answers to the first ones we did. Second ones we did. So if you practice those, there's the answers. You could pause it. All right. Now let's talk about multiplying integers. Okay. When we multiply, same signs equal positive for my answer. Okay. Different signs equal negative for my answer. So 6 times 4 is 24. Two different signs, it's negative. 4 times 2 is 8. Two positive signs, keep it positive. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12 because they're two different signs. Negative 6 times positive 4 is negative 24 because it's a negative times a positive. Number 5, positive times a negative. Number 6, negative times a positive. Number 7, negative times a positive. Number 8, negative times negative, positive. Number 9, negative times negative, positive. Okay, let's just look at the signs. This is going to be positive. This is going to be negative. This is going to be negative. What do you think the signs are going to be for the rest of these? Positive, positive, negative, negative. Ooh, positive, positive, positive. Negative, negative, negative. Okay, if it's all positive, it's pretty obvious. Okay, nothing can happen. If you have 3 negatives, that is an odd number of negatives. Odd number of negatives mean your final answer is negative. Okay, you just multiply the numbers together and the final answer is negative. Positive, 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 negative. There is 1 negative. That's odd, so the final answer is going to be negative. Negative, negative, negative. 3 negatives is odd, so that's going to be a negative. Positive, positive, negative. There's 1 negative. That's odd, so the answer is going to be negative. Positive, positive, positive. All right, when we divide, same rule, same rule. Division is just multiplying by the reciprocal. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit more. Right now, you know most of the division. So if I want to do 42 divided by negative 7, 42 divided by 7 is 6, and a positive and a negative is going to give me a negative. If they're different, it's negative. If they're the same, it's positive. Okay, negative divided by negative is a positive. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Positive divided by a negative, however, is a negative. They're different, right? This is a positive divided by a negative is negative. This is a negative divided by a negative, which is a positive. This is a negative divided by a positive, which is a negative. This is a negative divided by a positive, which is a negative. And this is a negative divided by a positive, which is a negative. If they are two different signs, your answer will be negative. If they are two same signs, your answer will be positive. Answers? We worked on those? Very good. Hope that helps.